Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Doug. I'm a wildlife photographer from Gilroy, California. In this video, I'm going to show you a hack for your Canon EOS R5 Mark II, which will allow you to go from a single shot mode to 30 frames per second with a push and hold of a single button. Kid you not. And I have to give credit where credit is due. Ron from Whistling Wings Photography is the first one to break this story. But I'm getting emails and I'm getting YouTube comments saying it doesn't work. Something's wrong with my camera. There's nothing wrong with your camera. Let me show you the fine points about how to set this up. All right, so to make this work, there's a couple of rules. Number one, you have to be in electronic shutter mode, period, end of story. It won't work in mechanical or electronic first curtain. Got to be in electronic shutter mode. Number two, it will only work in high-speed continuous plus, high-speed continuous, or low-speed continuous. It won't work in single shot mode. But wait a minute, you just said single shot mode. Well, we have to modify that a little bit. When we go into electronic mode, there is a way to drop down to a single frame per second, which is just about as good as one shot per press of the button. So those are the rules, and if you play by those rules, I guarantee you this will work. So let me show you how to set that up. All right, the first thing we need to do is go into the menu, and let's go over to the green menu. And in the first sub-menu, first sub-menu down, custom buttons for shooting, go ahead and enter that by tapping or hitting the set button. And now we have to go scroll and find whatever button you want to set this up on. It'll work on the DOF button. It'll work on the AF on button, star button, a rectangle button as well, but I save those for jumping between different autofocus boxes, so I don't want to do that. So let's go find it. So turn any wheel you want until we get that little blue light there on the DOF button. And there it is right there. So next thing you do is you tap on it. Oops, make sure you tap on the right one, or you can just press the set button to enter it. So this is the stock menu. I'm in my stock setting. Your stock settings are all the way up to the top and to the left. If you ever get lost and want to go back to factory reset, go to the top left. Scroll all the way down. You can scroll down with the joystick. That's what I'll do. Or you could scroll down. This is a full touch screen, right? You can scroll around like that. Go down to the bottom. And this is the one we're looking for. So let's go over to this. There are three little squares stacked on top of one another with a downward arrow. So let's go hover over that. Or let's go highlight that. Don't click on it yet, though. Once it is lit up, now click on the Info Detail Set button. That takes us into a submenu. Now this is asking us which drive mode do you want to go into when you push and hold the DOF button. And we want to go into High Speed Continuous Plus. I mean, you could do it reverse if you wanted. If you want to go from 30 frames per second down to a single frame per second, you could do it this way. But let's just show you how to set it up like this. Okay, High Speed Continuous Plus, that's 30 frames per second. Click OK, and OK again. You got to hit OK twice. Now watch what happens when I push the DOF button. Watch that little icon right there. I'm pushing and holding the DOF button. See how it says H+? I'm now in 30 frames per second mode. Cool. The next thing we need to do, because I said a single frame per second, let's go fix that. So the drive modes are adjustable in the R5 Mark II. So let's go back to the menu. Let's go one menu over to the orange menu. And there it is right there. Submenu number 3 is where you want to go. Continuous shooting speed. And stock out of the box, it comes about like this. You can't change 30 frames per second. But see how 30 frames per second matches High Speed Continuous Plus. High speed is 12. We can modify that if we want. But low speed is 5 shots per second. So let's drop that all the way down to 1 frame per second. Great. Hit OK. Now let's make double sure we're in electronic shooting mode. So go back in to the menu, go to Big Camera, go to number 5 or number 4, I think it is, and there's the shutter mode. Go in, and you might be in mechanical, but you want to be in electronic to do this. You should always be in electronic mode with this camera. It shoots constantly at 14-bit. unlike the R5 Mark I. So there's no reason why you shouldn't always be in electronic shutter mode here. It won't wear and tear your shutters out. It's just quiet if you want it to be. Can't say enough about electronic shutter mode. Now, if you're filming golf or a super high speed sport, then you might still have a little rolling shutter, but for bird photography, rolling shutter is a thing of the past. So anyway, we're in electronic shutter mode. Now let's demonstrate this. So I'm not touching any buttons. I push down the shutter button and I'm holding it down 1 frame per second. Okay, or you can just take a picture like that. Okay, so the bird's sitting on the perch. You don't want to fill up your card. Great. But all of a sudden the bird gets ready to fly. All you got to do is push and hold down the DOF button with your ring finger, this finger right there. You got to kind of train it to do this, but mine's well trained. So this is easy for me. And hold it, and now watch. How cool is that? 30 frames per second. Take your finger off, back to single shot again. So a very cool little trick. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll get them answered. I'm very good at doing that. Consider liking the video if you got anything out of it. Consider subscribing to the channel. See you in the next video.